Welcome back from our This Day and Everything Cool. Lots of awesome things happen every single day, and we try to celebrate those. But today is a very big day, and the history books will tell that this is the day that Heel Kick came home. This is
finally.
It's available everywhere. And Danny Mac, you wrote this, you directed this,
yes,
and you star in it.
Yes.
Are there any other titles that you would like to claim?
I produced it, and I did some of the editing, and I helped with the artwork, but not very much. I probably made it more difficult on the artists.
Yes.
And a bunch of other honeypots I probably shouldn't have stuck my fingers into. Yeah.
You basically gave birth to this movie.
I did. It is my child.
Yeah.
It is my dumb, loud child that I love dearly.
I know a lot of our audience already knows this because they follow Greg Miller and Kind of Funny, and Greg's involved as a producer, and I've tweeted it out. We've done stories on this.
Yeah.
Cooper Bibeau, who used to work with Electric Playground,
that's right,
is your partner on this.
That's right,
producing partner and a writer
Coop.
and a co-star in the movie.
That's
as well.
right.
And we had you guys. I met you guys way back when you had Love Hate.
Yeah, probably 2010 or 2011.
Yeah,
that was our first movie that we made.
Movie. And every movie you make is going to have two. It's like a compound word.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
Is that the idea?
I'm really liking the two-syllable titles for movies. It's really easy to digest.
You're going to own that space, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So today is the day that it's available to buy on iTunes and anywhere else?
Yeah, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Vudu, Xbox, and PlayStation Network.
Good God, so it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Those other platforms are slowly trickling out through the day, but it's live on iTunes right now in over 22 countries.
How the hell does that feel?
It's crazy. I don't think I've processed it yet because it's about 4 years in the making, and it's just something that I'm so proud of, and we worked so hard on. And you know, like I woke up today and people were saying, "Hey, I watched it this morning," and it's just I just don't really know how to process it yet.
I mean, you can easily tell that this is the future for the way that people are going to take in all of this stuff.
I believe so.
I mean, I'm at the movies every week. I'm reviewing things all the time in theaters, and then I see a lot of the box, and we report on it, and you know, theaters are not happy. And,
unfortunately,
juggernauts like Netflix are like really getting into this, and Apple's spending money on content creation now.
That's
like,
right.
We are just going to be streaming a lot of this. So you're about to be exposed to a whole bunch of other, and you're half naked in this movie for the whole thing.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Like
when I invited my niece to the screening, I also forgot about that.
You play a bumbling wrestler.
Yes, a backyard wrestler, more a wrestling fan than anything.
Right, yes.
He's delusional. He's about 30. He lives in his mom's garage with his best friend, and they think they're going to be the next big thing in pro wrestling. The only problem is they've never actively done anything to try to accomplish that goal.
Right.
So this movie starts when his brother has had enough, and he says, "Look, I'm going to pay for your training just to see if you can do it. And if you can't, that's it. You got to get a real job and shut the hell up with all this nonsense." And so that is Heel Kick for you.
That is crazy. And so to do the movie, you obviously had to play the and get some real wrestling training.
Yeah.
You beefed up, you threw your body that's what really shocked me and impressed me the most when I saw it. It was just like the physicality was really nailed by you and
Chris plays Maurice Chris Wilcox plays the other backyard wrestler.
Yeah, hey, Chris Wilcox.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, and you guys kicked ass. You guys were both amazing.
Thank you very much. It was we trained with a real professional wrestling promotion for 6 months to do what we had to do in the movie because we were so worried that we would get injured. So we wanted to be as comfortable as an actual trained professional wrestler, especially for the last scene in the movie, which we wouldn't be able to cut on. It was in front of a live, real pro wrestling crowd, no extras.
Wow.
And we just didn't have the opportunity, we didn't have the resources to be able to get extras. You know, we couldn't have cut it even if we wanted to. So we had to be good enough to perform in a live show that would impress actual wrestling fans. So 6 months of training and a little bit of hitting the gym and a lot of getting your ass kicked, and so there we were.
So have you kept that up? Are you still trying to do a little wrestling just for fun?
I haven't kept it up. You know, I think
wrestle
about
with your girlfriend or whatever.
I don't. I mean, she could take me so easily. I'm just, you know, this is the thing people don't tell you. When you work out and you stop working out, your muscles go away.
Right.
You don't get to just keep them forever. It's you know, it's not a paycheck that you can just hide in the bank and do nothing with. So, I mean, yeah, I'm about 20 to 25 pounds lighter than I was. in the movie. It's a lot of upkeep. It's a lot of protein shakes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shakes.
So that stuff works then. It
works.
actually does work.
It works.
If you work out and drink protein shakes.
The incentive was going to wrestling school and getting hurt so easily and being like, I'm going to get broken in half unless I put some weight on.
Sure.
And just asking all the guys, like, what should I do? And they're like, just consume calories and then lift weights.
Okay, well, so you made the movie, and then you had your premiere screenings in different cities. You're from Edmonton. You had an Edmonton screening. You had one here in Vancouver.
Yeah.
You had one through Kind of Funny connections in San Francisco.
That's right. We had a big Kind of Funny one in San Francisco before Kind of Funny Live 3.
Yeah.
We had one in Toronto, which was great, and Austin, Texas as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so how did the fans receive your work?
They really liked it. We've been very blessed to have good critical acclaim. Like all the critics have, given it fantastic reviews, but the fans really like it as well. And we were so curious what wrestling fans would think and non-wrestling fans would think. Because, after working on a movie for so long, you forget how people are going to interpret the tone, and you don't even know what's funny anymore. It's just you're too in your head about it. But non-wrestling fans said it was very educational, and you didn't need to know anything about pro wrestling to like it, which was one of our goals. And wrestling fans said it's their favorite wrestling movie
because it's got a lot of insider kind of
observations. But those will
just
you won't even notice them if you don't hear them.
Well, what I like the most about it, and I know you've been waiting for me to review this movie too. You
That's right. Are you going to review it?
Well, I haven't. We launched EP Live this week, and it's been a little busy. It's been crazy.
You guys worked too hard.
We put a lot of stuff out there. I think we've done more in a week than we have in previous months.
All those statistics about how much content is on YouTube, you guys are like 15% of it.
It's getting crazy. But I love the movie, and
Thank you.
It's hard to be impartial because I'm supporting of you guys, and I want you to succeed.
That's true.
But it really is a heartwarming story, and I was really impressed with the craftsmanship and the care that all of you put into your characters, and I think it is something that anybody that is in for a kind of a Spinal Tap or one of those Christopher Guest type experiences.
Right. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
They're going to have a good time with this.
I look forward to your unbiased review of the movie. A 6 out of 5, I believe.
Yeah, 6 out of 5. Exactly.
That's right. It'll do better than Chicken Run, I imagine. So that'll be good.
So now you got to sell this thing.
We got to sell it. That's right.
Right now you have it's being sold, and it's got some marketing and pre-order buzz.
That's right.
And I noticed that it was #1 on the pre-order thing last week or so, right?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Someone pointed
out
to me
above Star Wars and above Thor.
Above Star Wars,
right?
Yeah, it was nuts. Someone pointed out to me, hey, you're in the top 20 for pre-orders in North America, and then I started tweeting that out, and everyone said, hey, you're in the top 10 now. And then all of a sudden we were third. It was Star Wars Thor Heel Kick.
Yeah.
And like an hour after that, we took the top slot and we stayed there for 2 days until they removed us from the top slot because we went live and pre-orders were no longer available. It was crazy. It was nuts. Amazing. Yeah, to say I did one thing at least for 48 hours better than Star Wars, insane.
So has the sort of buzz around this and the the interviews that you've been doing in different places? Are you starting to get some interesting phone calls from
I did. I got an interesting phone call today. I can't really discuss it, but it was. I woke up to a call from the other side of the coast, and that was potentially very interesting for the future of Heel Kick.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point where some WWE superstars are talking about it. Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, I was chatting with him about the film in his hometown not too long ago.
Amazing.
And it's just a surprising amount of people from the wrestling world, big and small, have started to hear about it. And yeah, I love being the movie that people say, finally we have a good wrestling movie. So
that's incredible. So have you already started work on something new, or is it still you're in the throes of getting this baby
I'm still
delivered?
sort of in vacation mode with this,
okay.
But I do have a couple of other projects ready to launch. I just don't know exactly which one to pull the trigger on.
It's got to have 2 words, though.
That's right. It's got to have 2 words, and that's the only prerequisite for my artistic integrity. But it depends. I'm really curious to see how Heel Kick will do.
Yeah.
And if people really like it, maybe something else very similar down the line, or maybe just a complete left turn and try something new. But I think this year is when I'm going to pull the trigger on something and maybe even hopefully go to camera by the end of the year to get another film out there.
Is there a genre that you look at? Because you've done sort of the comedic kind of space, different directions, but in sort of the comedy zone. Or do you want to stay in that direction, or would you prefer?
I think no matter what I do, there will be comedic elements to it.
Right.
I think in this movie, you see at least for one of the acts, there's a certain part that's just a little more heart wrenching, and we weren't afraid to give it a little bit of breathing room and not go full goofball for the entire time. But I really like the tone of the film Get Out. I thought that was while I wouldn't have nominated it for best comedy or musical either, there was just great humor throughout, and it kept a consistent creepy tone.
Yeah,
I really like stuff like that sort of bleeds together different genres, and that's why I also like films by like Wes Anderson pulls that off, and the Coens pull that off really well, where you'll be uneasy but you'll be laughing.
There was a quirky movie that I saw last year called A Ghost Story, which was very weird. It was shot almost with a square kind of
I think I've heard of that
frame, and Casey Affleck's in it as a ghost, and
he's a good actor.
He's good, but the movie was weird. But I could see it didn't look like they spent a lot of money, but it had a power, it had an effect.
Right.
And both Johnny Millennium and myself, we reviewed it for Film Fury. We walked out and went, "Oh my God, okay, we're still feeling this." And I have a feeling that you would be able to play in that sandbox.
I should jump in and check out that film.
Yes, it's worth checking out. It's not amazing, but it's definitely very clever.
Perhaps inspirational at the very least.
Perhaps inspirational. I'm definitely looking forward to finding out with Danny Mac. And I guess you're going to continue working with Cooper, or do you want to announce something now that you want to sever that?
Cooper, this is time for us to have a professional divorce. I hate to break it to you this way, but I'm just not that into you, buddy. I'm kidding.
So you guys will come up with something new, and I can't wait
We certainly will. We have a video game that's in the not-too-distant future coming out. So
we'll have you guys back for that.
That'd be amazing.
We'll have to figure out how to get 3 people on this show, but we will do it. Danny, thank you, brother.
Thanks,
congratulations. Vic. That's awesome. You guys can go out and watch Heel Kick. You got to buy it though. You got to buy it on one of the enormous amount of digital shops.
A plethora of platforms,
which is great. And coming to Netflix too. Is that something that might happen? Or?
If a film does well enough digitally, the streaming services do come a knocking. So if this is something that you'd like to see up there with the big guys, be sure to show your support and grab a copy of the film.
That's amazing, man.